Hello, Potato, and welcome to Weekend Magic for August the 26th, 2023. It's another month, basically, in the books. So this week, we did see the release of the 1980s portion of the Disney Decades 100 collection, and I was hoping to do a video today, do a pin video, because I was hoping the pin, which is, the only thing we ended up ordering from the 80s collection, would arrive by today. Shop Disney has been quite good this year about getting those pins to me by the end of the week. Didn't happen this time though. So that will probably be next week, which coincidentally is also when we will be seeing on the 31st, the Disney 100 Marvel collection releasing, which at this point I'm not planning on buying anything from that. The Tony Stark's heart thing is definitely tempting, but I feel like it's gonna be like probably 130 or 140 bucks, so probably not gonna happen. Plus, I mean, I can buy those at like the SAC Anime, which is also next week. And then of course on the 1st we have the next release of Lego stuff, including the new Marvel Studios minifigure blind boxes, which will be the first ones that are actually in blind boxes. And I'm going to try and order a couple of the 6-packs off of the Lego side. I really would rather be able to go into the Lego store on the 1st and just buy some, but I know they don't have the boxes. They never get the boxes. And I would like to increase my chances of getting the whole collection. I mean, the other possibility is I'll get these same 6 figures twice. But, there's no fondling this time. So unless we can figure out a way to tell what's in each box, looks like we're going to be blind boxing this, which means either finding people to trade with or just buying like way more of the figures than we ultimately end up needing, which will suck. That's why I don't buy that many other blind box things, is I don't care for the blind aspect of it so much. But given that we're not doing pins this week, we're also going to take a break from the Happy Haunt Hunt. I can assure you the Happy Haunt Hunt goes well, and when we get back to it, we will have stuff to look at. But this week I got a delivery of items from Galaxy's Edge, from the planet of Batuu, from Black Spire Outpost that we're going to look at. One thing's actually been here for a little bit. The other 3 came in, and one of them is particularly special. But we will, as we frequently do, start with the smallest things and work our way up. And I do think we'll start down there for the smallest things. They aren't pins, but I think down there is where we should go. So I suppose one thing to mention about this week's video is none of the things in it are actually new releases. They are all things that have been out for months. Indeed, the biggest thing has been out for, as best I can tell, a solid year. I haven't gone back and reviewed my discussions of it, but there are reviews on the Shop Disney site for it from a year ago. It's just been unavailable that entire time. But we'll start with the small things. And this came out a few months ago, and I skipped it because I didn't want to pay the full price for it. And that is this, the Droid Factory. I really had hoped we wouldn't have a glare. There we go. That's better. I was hoping we wouldn't have a glare issue this time, but that's still somewhat unavoidable. So yeah, for the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, they released a Droid Factory figure of R2-S4M, or R2 Sam, which I can't help but wonder if that's meant to be like a Trader Sam's Enchanted Tiki Bar reference. Probably not, but that's where my mind immediately goes. And yeah, I didn't buy him when he first came out because I have a number of these like classic Star Wars scale droids in packages. They're blister packed. I can't open them without ruining the packaging, which, to be fair, this packaging is not super far from being ruined. So ironically, the other items in today's video, or at least 2 of them, came in a box together with 0 padding, no airbags, no paper, nothing, just rattling around in there, and they arrived pretty much in mint condition. This came in a box, not a mailer, but a box all by itself with paper. And as you can see, it's not creased anywhere, so I think we can probably with the judicious use of weight, probably kind of muscle it back into shape without ruining it. But yeah, it did come a little worse for wear, because see, rather than put this at the bottom of the box, put paper on top of it, they put the paper in the bottom of the box, put this on top of the paper, so the paper pushed up, crushing this between the paper and the lid and giving us these lovely bends that we see here. But it's a cute little figure. It's an R2. It's looks like it's from Jabba's, I'm guessing, the palace, since it's in the background. And we saw R2 kind of done up like this on the barge in the film. I don't remember this being in the movie, but again, it's probably a background thing, so it's not something I would necessarily have noticed. But we do have some words back here. A lot of it's the same. So we'll skip ahead to the second sentence there, where it is different from some of the ones we've read in the past. Affectionately known as Sam, R2-S4M is an overworked astromech modified with a drink dispenser and serving tray who delivers drinks to the denizens lounging around Jabba the Hutt's luxury sail barge, the Kitana. May the Force be with you and your droid. So yeah, that part's the same. So okay, so what's on the barge? I don't remember it on the barge. I'm guessing he probably didn't get off the barge. Poor Sam. But there's some information on here about the droids. It's on the back of all of these. You can pause it and read it if you so desire. I think most of the stuff that's covered by the glare is just says Star Wars and says to throw away the package. I guess recycle, click throw away the packaging. That's cute little, nicely detailed, different paint job than any of the other ones that I have. Not seasonal. I did not, or at least thus far have not ordered the Halloween version of Chopper that's on there. For again, the same reason. So the reason I ordered this, finally broke down and ordered it, is one, they had a big sale, 40% off selected items. This was 40% off, and I wanted to get 2 free shipping. And so I was looking through the sale things to see if there's anything in there that I wanted. I was hoping for a sale on that Disney 100 water tower lamp, but that's still $100, but it is still available. So that's a plus. Maybe take another trip down to the Disney outlet at some point and see what they have. But yeah, this guy was on sale, and so was our next item. So the next, again, is something that I didn't buy when it first came out for a couple different reasons. One, again, I just didn't want to spend the full price on it. And two, I felt it was very similar to another piece in our collection, and that is BBU from this year's Pride release. And while it's definitely cute, they did a BB unit last year, and I felt like this was too similar to that. In fact, I have it right here. Last year's Pride, BB Proud, which, yeah, I felt they're too similar. I mean, color-wise, they are drastically different because that one's blue and that one's white. But I didn't feel like I wanted to spend the full price for another BB Pride action figure. I get why they're doing BB units, because it's like the BU, Be Proud. I get the thing, but it would have been nice if it had been like an R2 or an R5 or like a Chopper style robot. Off the top of my head, I don't remember what designation. I mean, I know he's like, what, C1? I don't know if that's actually a designation for his type of droid or not. It seems weird that droids like him all have that caster for the front wheel, because I kind of got the impression in Rebels that was something they had done because they couldn't afford to replace the part properly. But every droid I see of that type has that wheel, so maybe I was just always making assumptions. So on the back here, it's just, I think literally, no, it is the exact same text as last year. There's last year's, there's this year's. And yeah, I didn't want to spend $15 again. This has a price tag on it because I actually bought this when we went to the park last May. This one does not, because it came from Shop Disney. But I didn't want to spend $15 on essentially the same figure. Now, 40% off to get free shipping, that was the sweet spot for me. But yeah, BBU is the same, just a repaint of last year's figure. Still cute. Glad to have it in the collection. I don't think I bought any of their Pride stuff this year. Nothing really wowed me. Usually I get a pin or two, and nothing did it for me this year. But we do have BBU now, and I'm guessing next year hopefully next year they'll do something other than a BB unit. But I mentioned about this coming in with no packaging. There's a little bit of bending right in the bottom corner, but this came in a bigger box with other items rolling around loose and somehow got less damaged than the item sent by itself with actual packing. So that is what that is. But yeah, that is our other small item. Now we need to go back up because it gets a little bit bigger. So the next item is not something I had just recently ordered. This actually was ordered way back on Star Wars Day. It was a pre-order. It came in a while ago. I just have been waiting for the right time for us to take a look at it. And again, straight from Galaxy's Edge, from the planet of Batuu, from Black Spire Outpost, from Dok-Ondar's Den of Antiquities, it is an action figure of none other than Dok-Ondar himself. They had I think the Force Ghosts, and they had a Jabba the Hutt, which was quite tempting. Jabba the Hutt was quite tempting, but I passed on those. But I did want to pick up Dok-Ondar. Now, unfortunately, I mean, he's a Black Series figure, but he's come in a display box, which is taped shut, and this I do not like. I mean, I guess it's better than the lid coming open in shipping and getting all bent up, but now I have this piece of tape here. I can't see inside. You could have put a piece of Velcro there, a magnet or something. We have a picture on the back. We can see that he has a holocron. He has looks like a clone trooper helmet. Maybe it'll be clearer when inside. But soft goods. Okay, that's helpful. But yeah, it's from Galaxy's Edge, and I am gonna cut open that tape there. I prefer the tape not be there at all because, now that I cut it open, I'm gonna have just this piece of tape there, and I'm afraid if I try to peel that off, I'm either gonna leave a residue that will get like dirt stuck to it, or I'll just tear the box. And I don't want to do either one of those. I might open the box eventually. Let's see what it looks like on the inside though. So we will slit the tape here and check out Dok-Ondar. I was really impressed with the Dok-Ondar shop. I loved the Dok-Ondar animatronic. In fact, if you search on the channel, there's a video of just a couple minutes of Dok-Ondar kind of doing his thing in his shop. And yeah, I really liked it. So when I saw they had a Dok-Ondar figure, I definitely pre-ordered that. And oh, for crying out loud, I kind of thought there'd be plastic free. They could have put that on the front. Plastic free packaging. So yeah, I get that Disney's doing the whole plastic free packaging thing, and I appreciate it, and the landfills appreciate it, and the turtles appreciate it. But I wish that had been on the front, because then I wouldn't have bothered cutting it open. So I guess we're going to have to open the box. But there's words here. Let's read the words. If I can get to stay open. Dok-Ondar is an infamous collector who buys, sells, and trades rare and valuable relics in his Den of Antiquities in Black Spire Outpost. A mysterious Thorian, Dok-Ondar is sought after for his knowledge and connections. And then the same again in like 5 other languages. So yeah, okay, I guess I'm gonna open the box then. I had not planned on doing that, but that is where we are. I mean, I opened the Ultimates figure, so why wouldn't I open this as well? So I can do it without damaging the box. Use the right tools for the job to do that. And come on, come on, come on. There we go. All right, let's see what... They really aren't making this easy on me. You know what? You are killing me, Disney. Can't even, like, see his face. I'm not taking him out of this, so that is as much of him as we are going to see. The sculpt looks nice, though. Well, I'm a little disappointed in the inability to see the figure in the packaging, but I am at this time not prepared to completely take him out of there because I don't have anywhere in mind to display him, and I don't feel like I could put that back in there. Well, so let's instead skip ahead to the last item. So our final item is the biggie, and it's one that I wanted to get last year, but they only had it available like for 2 or 3 hours. And by the time I realized that I wanted to get it and I could find pictures of it that looked good, it was gone. It was gone, seemingly never to return. Indeed, I even went to the park afterwards and they didn't have it there either. But last week, for the Galaxy's Edge release that had like almost no promotion at all, they brought back this item. And as of a couple days ago when I last looked, it was still available. So I don't know if maybe people who really wanted it bought it from like resellers, or if they just got a good quantity this time, or if the fact that it never showed up as a new item and they did no promotion of it specifically means that people just don't know it's available. But it is, or at least it was 2 days ago, and it's this right here, my very own Star Wars ice cream maker, otherwise known as the Camtano safe. Yes, I wanted one last year. I didn't get it. I've been checking periodically ever since. I've been unwilling to spend $75 to buy one off of Amazon from a reseller because I don't need it in my life that badly. But for $44 from Shop Disney, yes, I went ahead and ordered my very own Camtano. You know, I'm surprised actually, given that they make Star Wars waffle makers and popcorn poppers and stuff. They've not made an actual ice cream maker meant to look like this. But what we have here is, yeah, it does look very much like an ice cream maker because I believe that actually is what the prop was in Empire Strikes Back. But it looks like basically a 1-for-1 scale reproduction. Now it doesn't feel like super high end. The plastic feels a little cheap and brittle, but to put on display somewhere, it looks quite decent. I mean, I have to find a shelf to put it on, but I think this would look great up on a shelf. And it is supposed to actually work. Like, it's supposed to open with a code. Let's see if we can cut the little tag. Do you need to cut it? I do need to cut it. Let's open the tag up and see what the instructions say on how to open it. You're supposed to be able to like set the combination. This is being a very unhelpful video. Let's see if this has got some instructions in it, because that's all information about how many sad onions can't have it. Does this have instructions? Does it have instructions in English? Here we go. Please retain future use. Nope, just about batteries. All right, so there's a way to open this. Oh, the instructions are on the bottom. Oh, foolish me, I didn't need to cut that open at all because the instructions are hiding down here. Well, you'd think I would have seen them, but I didn't. Okay, so first of all, Paul, I'm sure we need to pull that tab so the batteries will actually work, and then turn it on. All right. And create a 6-digit password to unlock the safe. Sequence combination of toggle switches 1, 2, and 3. The sequence must be set a total of 6 presses. Each toggle switch can be pressed between 0 and 6 times. Okay, so how do we... Setting a password. Turn on power, did that. Hold switch light A for 3 seconds, which... So that's... All right, so... All right, so I think our password is set now. Okay. So it's green. Did something click? Thought I heard a click. Solid green and turn off after 2 seconds. Well, it's not turning off. Turn on power. Power's on. Input password or pressing toggle switch 1, 2, 3. Light will flash red once for each press. 1, 2. Okay, I definitely heard a click. Do I? Oh, we twist. Okay. If I actually would read. There we go. That's actually pretty spacious inside. You could put a fair bit of Beskar in there, I believe. I don't want to hold this too much by the handle there. It does feel kind of fairly brittle plastic. I would be afraid of breaking it. So, but you could we put Doc Ondar in? I don't think we put Doc Ondar in there. No, definitely not. But what do we put in there? So we have some like foam padding on the doors here. More of that kind of brittle plastic that's very hollow inside. You could put some nice some galactic credits in there, but I think we'll do. I think we'll put in my kyber crystals because I've just been storing them in this old mouse droid here. I think kyber crystals, being quite valuable, are a good thing to store inside of a Kantano safe. That's all of them, right? Okay. So put the mouse droid away. Just like the mouse droid. We don't collect popcorn buckets here, though. So I need to close this up. So do I... And there we go. My kyber crystals are now safe. So you do twist that first, then close the doors. And then if I want to access them again, just put in the code and twist, and voila. That's actually pretty cool. I think for 45 bucks, I think this is actually a pretty neat item. You know what would be really cool? If you have somebody who's like a Star Wars fan or something, you get their present and you put it in this. You give them this, and yeah, that'd be some fantastic wrapping. I would have loved to have received a present in one of these, but that would be a foolish thing for somebody to do now, as I've already got one, and I certainly don't need to. Let's face it, arguably I don't need one, but I certainly don't need two. But I'm glad to finally have it. Patience paid off in waiting, and Disney did eventually get it back. I guess they realized how much money they were leaving on the table. Maybe there was a supply issue thing of getting more of them made, but they haven't sold out, at least again as of a couple days ago. But I got mine, so I'm good. But that's it. That's what we have this week. Some action figures, the magnificent Camtano case, and yeah, and it's a break from our Happy Haunt hunt. I'll turn off at a horrible angle. There we go. That's better. Yeah, a break from the Happy Haunt hunt to take a visit to a galaxy far, far away and look at the stuff we could buy from them. And the only real disappointment being just that there's no way to look at the Doc Ondar figure without completely making it impossible to put away. But I mean, I guess we have this picture here. So he has a sword, both holocrons, and yeah, looks like a clone trooper helmet to me. And maybe someday, if I think of somewhere I want to actually display him, he'll come out of the box. But yeah, that was kind of a mean trick, Disney. Kind of a mean trick. So what do you think? Anything here you like? Anything good? What do you think of the Camtano case? Do you think 45 is a decent price for it? I am pleased. It is what I was hoping for. But let me know in the comments what your thoughts on it are. But that will wrap us up for this week. I hope you found this all interesting or entertaining. If you did, go ahead, give it a like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.